What is up, guys? We are back with the final installment of this Overland trailer. This trailer has been a work in progress for quite some time. If you are following the pages, you will have seen this from the very beginning up until right now. My client reached out to me with an idea, and over time, I built this trailer exactly how he wanted it. When this trailer first arrived, it was just the box and the tongue. The first thing I did was add some supports on the bottom side of this trailer to make it a little bit stronger. Later on, my client added this axle, these leaf springs, these wheels and tires. From that point on, this thing has been built little by little by little, exactly how he wanted it. First, he brought me these fenders, and I was tasked with creating mounts. We've got a mounting bracket on the inside, another mounting location right here towards the back, and another mounting location here towards the front of the trailer. Once these fenders were on, I also added a mounting location for the side marker lights, which has tubing on the inside to protect the wires, and that tube runs the width of this fender. We swapped out the original tongue for this longer one here, and I also fabricated a new, heavier duty handle. The front of the tongue also got these two mounts, one here and one on the other side, to be able to mount these chains. This tongue, unlike the previous one, runs further back as opposed to right here where the original one stopped. Then I built this taillight mount here, and these two bars right here add a little bit more protection to the taillights. These are mounted through the back. These go to the back of the taillight, and then the plate itself is mounted by two bolts up top and two bolts on the bottom. The back of the taillight and this plate right here sandwich a rubber washer that when you tighten one of these here, it can change the direction of where the light is actually pointing in order to finally adjust where you want them pointed. After that, it was building this rear bumper, which is welded solid to the actual trailer, complete with two shackle mounts on the back of the bumper. And each end of this bumper has these mounts here welded to it to be able to add these jacks. After the bumper, this tailgate was built. One latch on each end of the tailgate to keep it locked in place. Very easy mechanism. You just pull this latch back, and then you can pull the main latch back as well. We were going to keep the original tailgate on here, which was a slide down tailgate, and kind of modify it to swing out. We ended up changing a little bit of the direction and got rid of the expanded metal that was on here, similar to that, and replaced it with this sheet. This sheet bends down here to be able to work on the hinge bolt over here and also the nut for the cable that is keeping it in position. This stud here is actually a bolt. So I drilled a hole, pushed the bolt through, welded it on the other side so that it wouldn't move. And then the same on this side. Now, the reason we went with this sheet instead of the expanded metal is because my client wanted a spot on the trailer in order to sit down and enjoy wherever he is taking this. And this could also work as a little table. Once the tailgate was done, my client really liked how the back was closed off, which is why the front also has a sheet closing off the trailer. And funny enough, once that one was done, we also decided to close off the sides here. I then added this plate here to give him a step to be able to access the top of the trailer. And this side also has one as well. Then this rack was installed. Each corner of this rack has these two mounting locations right here, one on the top, one on the bottom, and a nut and bolt sandwich the rack and the trailer together. Here's one of the bolts, and it gets tightened right in there. Once the rack was completely installed, everything was painted, and then we finally got to the point where we could install and wire the side marker lights and the tail lights all the way through the front to this four-way connection that he supplied. This trailer gets picked up tomorrow, and I'm very excited to see his reaction because, like I mentioned, this has been a work in progress for quite some time, and he just came to me with an idea, and we were able to make that idea a reality. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I will check back in tomorrow once this thing is picked up.